Okay, so apologize for all the noise in the background, but and the shakiness. It's kind of hard to get a spot to make these videos now. I just got in Peru 2 days ago. I'm staying here with some students from Maine, which is cool. A teacher there. So we're traveling. I guess I'm somewhat responsible. I didn't realize the level of responsibility I was going to be having here. I feel kind of like a responsible, I think. It's definitely a little different, going from traveling solo to suddenly traveling with a group of 5 or 6 people that I'm actually responsible for some of these young teens, but it's cool, they're good folks. I'm on a rooftop in Peru, Lima. I don't know, mood stuff. So traveling was rough. I had a 6 a.m. flight, and so I stayed at the airport in Cancun Wednesday night. So the idea was let me sleep here. I didn't sleep for shit. Like, no sleeping when you got like this mental, whatever, if you want to call it bipolar, whatever. No sleep is a bad thing. So I ended up, there was 2 flights. The first flight, I ended up actually getting lightheaded and I didn't pass out, but I ended up on the ground, which sucks because that had happened it's probably happened on 5 or 6 flights, and it used to happen. And I think I was taking lithium, and I kind of attributed it to the lithium. And now this time, I'm not on lithium, but I did get really lightheaded and end up on the ground on the airplane. Fortunately, it's happened enough times that I'm kind of used to it. This time was a little weird because they didn't speak English. So it's a lightheadedness, blood pressure type thing. So if I just lay down and get like my head level with my body, it works out. But I had really attributed that all to lithium a few years back. So I don't know if it was lack of sleep or meds or dehydration, any of these things. But yeah, then the next day I did sleep a little bit on the airplane, like laying across a couple of seats because there was no one in my row, so that helped. Then I crashed. I don't know, it was definitely tiring. And then I woke up here and I was like, shit, like, it sucks because in the mornings, like, I just do not feel good in the morning. And I had to wake up, and the other folks I'm with, they showed up at like 2 in the morning. So I woke up to kind of feeling depressed as usual, plus tired. Plus suddenly having the responsibility of a bunch of people. But it's cool. I certainly miss Mexico already, but it's pretty good here. We're going to Cusco tomorrow, so we're just in Lima for a couple days. Went to the beach yesterday, which was fucking intense. Definitely don't know if I should have let these guys in the water. Was a little bit worried I was going to die, which means probably shouldn't have let them in the water. But what are you going to do? That's the idea. I did tell them when I signed up to do this trip that I am kind of a fuck up, that I'm kind of a Mr. Magoo. I just do things and generally I survive. Forgot my passport today and my teacher ID to go get my certificate, but I talked my way into getting an international teacher's license, which is good. I just had to lie a little bit, which I feel like if I lie in Spanish, I could just pretend like I didn't know what words I was saying, or that's all right. So I don't know what. This is all about medication. So actually when I was traveling, it sucked because they kept searching my suitcase and like kind of inspecting my meds a little bit. So that is one thing to be concerned about traveling is, if I go through the airport with a bunch of meds, because I have like a 3-month supply, 2 different medications, like it might look suspicious. Plus I got these damn omega-3 supplements which take up space. So it's like when I'm traveling, I got like all these fucking pills. But I mean, they didn't take them away. ¿Qué más? I don't know. I'm not sure everything to say. A little worried about the mood. We're going to be going to my Cusco, which is rainy season. So like these people are excited that it's going to be raining every day and cold out. Whereas I am not looking forward to 2 full weeks and like clouds and rain. I'm pretty nervous about that. It's one thing to be traveling alone and have like some mood issues, depression, whatever. It might kind of suck if I'm with a bunch of people and I'm not really feeling it. I'm having a little bit of trouble already kind of balancing the idea of doing work while being with folks. It's kind of a challenge. Like being solo is a lot easier to manage all that. But I think it's going to work out. And I don't know what else to say. I was realizing that the time of day that I film these, I think really makes a big difference. Like this is supposed to be some kind of a controlled science experiment. I feel like if I reported in at the exact same time every Friday, by the way, it's Saturday because I didn't have a chance to get a loan yesterday. It's hard to be like, oh, I need to go film this video blog. Oh, what's it for? Oh, well, it's like something about going off of psychiatric meds, right? Yeah, but if I filmed it every day in the morning, first thing, it'd be consistent, like a good science experiment, but you'd also find me fucking depressed every time I checked in. And if I did this in the afternoon every day and I was feeling better, that wouldn't capture it. So it's tough to do this. I mean, again, I don't know exactly what the purpose of these videos are. I guess I'm hoping that if I go off meds and everything works out, that it'll give other people hope that they can do it. You know, or they see my patience in doing it slowly. I mean, maybe I could have done this faster. I'd really like to be getting off them faster. I also don't feel like fucking amazing and everything's great. You know, I'm eating well. I'm still doing this vegan thing, which is like, since I got to Mexico, I was vegetarian. Now I'm vegan. And now I'm like, I cut gluten out. Like, I was reading about. I mean, I finally actually took some time to read some of the links between like your gut and your brain, and it is an interesting thing. I guess. But all right, we're at 6 minutes, so that's enough.